everybody! Since I just started my booktube channel, I guess I'm gonna be catching you up on what I read this year. It's the end of the year, so it's appropriate. So yeah, I'm just gonna be going through month by month, January, February, March. I think I'm probably gonna combine them, at least older ones where I will have fewer thoughts about the books. And tell you kind of my star rating, some how I felt about it, and then just list the books, whether I have them still or not, because I tend to sell on Pingo. Again, not a sponsor, just, you know, use it a lot. The first two books that I read in January were Late Eclipses and One Salt Sea. That's the fourth and fifth book in the October Day series by Shauna McGuire. I gave them both 3 stars. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I did end up later abandoning the series, which is why I don't have a book to show you. I thought it was fine. I understand why people like it a lot. I didn't really connect with the stories. I really liked October. I just didn't really like the romance. I know, controversial. But just wasn't for me. The next book that I read in January was King of Battle and Blood. I really didn't like this book. I think I gave it 2 stars just because I finished it. I generally won't give 1 star because if it's that bad, I just don't read it. I would have DNF'd King of Battle and Blood, but I thought it was really funny. It actually kind of went into the so bad that it's a little bit funny territory for me. I didn't realize that it was going to be as explicit as it was. But I also thought that, I don't know, some choices were made. I had a good laugh. So not much else to say about that, I guess. The next book that I read in January was Dark of the West, which I have here, so I really liked it. It has a bookmark in it because my husband was reading it at one point. I think he may have stopped, but I left the bookmark in there for him just in case. But yeah, I really liked this book. I really liked the setting. I liked how it was fantasy, but you know, without any magic, but still technically fantasy, I think, because it's set in an alternate world. But yeah, I thought the characters were a little bit annoying at first, but I think that's the point. I think they're supposed to be a little bit innocent, a little bit naive, and so it didn't bug me too much. I was okay with it. I really liked the plot. I really liked all of the political maneuvering. So yeah, I believe I get 4.25 stars on a story graph. So Dark of the West, really liked it. The last book that I read in January, and I'm sorry that I'm not being terribly specific about my reviews of these books, it's just been a while since I read them, is The Lies of Locomora. So I really liked this book. I believe I gave it 4 stars. It's just, I really liked it. I just thought the ending was a lot and a little rushed maybe. I don't know. I wasn't as satisfied with the ending as I could have been, but I really liked the book. I really loved the character writing. Well, just the writing in general. It was beautiful. It was funny. I mean, the swearing, it's very clever. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and as you can see, it did finish the rest of the series later in the year. But yeah, so 4-star book for me with a lot of hope for the rest of the series as it stood in January. Alright, on to February. So 2 of the books that I read in February were the 6th and 7th book of the October Day series, so Ashes of Honor and Chimes at Midnight, I believe. I gave both of them 4 stars, so I did think that they were getting better, as everyone did promise that they would get better. But I just didn't really care about the direction it was going in, and I don't really have time to read things that I feel like are fine. So yeah, but then the Secret Project announcements came out in February, and I was really interested in buying them because I'd heard a lot of good things about Brandon Sanderson, but I had never read any of his books. And everybody seemed to suggest starting with Mistborn. So in February, I read Final Empire and Well of Ascension. Yes, I do have the really old, really ugly version of this cover. Sorry to the cover designer, but ooh, does this still have a first book sticker on it? Excuse me while I rip this off. To be dealt with later. But yeah, I gave both of these 4 stars. I really enjoyed them. I thought they were really great. I gave it 4 stars instead of 5 stars just because I didn't really connect with the characters or the romance very much. I loved the plotting, I loved the world building, I loved everything else. Just the characters, like, they were alright. I connected with them enough. I thought the romance was there. But I really, really enjoyed these, and so I decided to get the secret projects, so might be doing reviews of those next year. But yeah, really liked my introduction to Sanderson. The last book that I read in February was House of Skye and Wrath by Sarah J. Maas. Gave it 4 stars. I thought it was good. I really liked the first book though. It was one of the books that got me back into fantasy. It was just so fun, such a good combination of what I love about young adult, urban fantasy, and high fantasy as well. I thought the character work was really good. I thought the romance was really good. I didn't love the love interest, but I've heard with Sarah J. Maas, I haven't read much of her other stuff. I've heard that maybe we'll get a new love interest later in the series, so I'm hopeful. I especially feel that way after reading this one. Not a huge fan of the love interest. And that sort of, this book felt a little bit aimless to me. The first one was like a tightly plotted mystery, almost. This one, not so much, but I'm still going to pick up the rest of the series. I thought it was fun, and what a beautiful cover. So anyways, thanks for watching this video, everybody. Bye!